You just passed your test, you got the bike. That feeling is great, but in a few weeks, that shiny bike is covered in muck, and one tiny mistake, flat battery, neglected chain, could cost you hundreds, or even your life. Ownership starts the moment you kill the engine. Your test, you got the bike, and you've had that first taste of real freedom on two wheels. Awesome, right? But the adventure doesn't stop when you kill the engine. Today, we're going to get into what it really means to own your motorcycle. That initial buzz of passing your test is just incredible, but pretty quickly a new reality sets in. That bike, it's all yours. The responsibility is yours, and the beautiful shiny machine sitting there now depends on you for a whole lot more than just a fun ride on a Sunday. And that's exactly what we're digging into. It's what real ownership's all about. So look, this isn't about becoming a master mechanic overnight. It's about looking after your investment, keeping it safe, and just making sure it's going to be reliable every time you want to hit the road. The perfect pristine bike that you brought home from the dealership doesn't stay that way for long. After a few weeks out in the real world, it's got some miles on it. It's covered in road grime, and that's okay. This isn't a problem, it's just the start of your journey together, and it's all manageable. So where do we begin? Well, you might be surprised to hear it, but it starts with a bucket and a sponge. But we're going to completely reframe this. It's not a chore. Cleaning your bike is one of the most important safety checks you could possibly do. The whole key here is a mindset shift. We're not just trying to make it shiny, we're performing preventative maintenance. Every time you wash your bike, you're getting up close and personal with every nut, bolt and component. You're giving yourself the perfect chance to spot any tiny little issues before they turn into a big, expensive or dangerous problem out on the road. But the cleaning process itself couldn't be simpler. A quick rinse to get the big stuff off, spray on some cleaner made for bikes, give it a gentle scrub with some soft brushes, rinse it all off and then dry it. But the real magic happens when you're actually touching and looking at every single part of your machine. And this is what you're looking for. While you're cleaning the engine, you might just spot a tiny oil leak. While you're drying the wheels, you'll find a nail hiding in the tyre. Wiping down the mirrors, you'll feel instantly if the bolt's loose or the mirror's flapping about. This isn't a formal, scary inspection. It's just you being aware. You're learning what your bike looks and feels like normally. So you'll spot something immediately when it's not right. So your bike's clean, it's looking great, but what happens when you're not riding? Whether you're just taking a 2-week break or you're putting the bike away for the whole winter, how you store it makes a huge difference to its health. There's a key difference here. Even a short break, just a week or two, could cause a problem. Why? Because modern bikes are never really off. You've got the clock, maybe an alarm. They're always sipping a tiny bit of power. But that drain could be enough to leave you with a flat battery. Long-term winter storage, well, that's a whole other level of care we need to talk about. And the price for ignoring that slow battery drain, you get back from your holiday, you're excited for a ride, you hit the starter, nothing, battery's dead. Letting a battery go flat like that can kill it for good. That's a frustrating and avoidable mistake. Now compare that to the solution. For about 30 quid, you can get a gadget called a trickle charger or a battery tender. That keeps your battery perfectly healthy. Smart, won't overcharge it. You just plug it in and you forget about it. It's one of the best investments you can make as a bike owner. So the maths is pretty simple on this one. For that long-term winter hibernation, we just build on that idea. You fill the fuel tank to the stop rust forming inside from condensation. You change the oil so old nasty gunk isn't sitting in your engine for months. You get the tyres off the ground with some stands to stop them from getting flat spots. Then you cover it up, you plug in the trickle charger, and every single one of these steps prevents a costly surprise come springtime. Okay, I know what you might be thinking. This is starting to sound like a lot of work, but it really isn't. The whole key is to break it down into a simple, easy routine that just becomes second nature. So here's what it looks like when you've broken it down into easy chunks. You've got your 2-minute checks you do before every single ride. Then about once a week, you spend maybe 15 minutes on a few key things. Add in a couple more quick checks once a month, and you're pretty much sorted until it's time for your big annual service. It's all about consistency, not complexity. But the foundation of everything is a routine. Like I say, we're talking about 15 minutes, that's it. In the time it takes to make a cup of tea, you can check your tyre pressures, check your oil, give your chain a clean and lube. It takes less time than scrolling through Instagram, but the payoff for your bike safety is massive. And if you think I'm exaggerating, just listen to this story. A neglected chain isn't just a brief bit, just a bit of rust. It's a £200 repair bill waiting to happen. And way more importantly, it could cause a big failure when you're at speed. The back wheel can just lock up, and all of that, every bit of it, could have been prevented with a simple 15-minute check. Okay, so we've covered cleaning, we've covered storage, we've talked about schedules. If you're feeling overwhelmed right now, that's normal. The next part's for you, though. We're going to cut through all the noise and boil it down to the absolute essentials. So let's ask the question first directly, because it's what every new owner's thinking. What is the bare minimum, the rock bottom stuff I have to do to keep my bike safe and running well? Forget everything else for a second. What are the things you can't ignore? So here they are: tyre pressure, chain care, oil level, and the most important, the brakes, the one key thing that will save your life. Your tyre pressure is a critical safety check. It controls how your brake handle, how your bike handles. Your chain's vital for getting power to the wheel safely. And your oil, well, that's the lifeblood of your engine. Letting that run low is a guaranteed way to destroy it. The brakes, well, they don't need a lot of explanation. Check for wear, and I have other videos on checking how much pad you have left and free play on the lever. These are all simple checks that will contribute to a great, safe ride. And let's be crystal clear about this. None of this is about trying to turn you into a mechanic. You don't need a big box of tools or years of training. Just about being a responsible, confident owner, about building a real connection with your machine, understanding what it's telling you, and knowing in your gut that it's safe every time you swing your leg over it. So let's be crystal clear about this. None of this is about trying to turn you into a mechanic. You do not need a giant toolbox or years of training. It's just about being a responsible, confident owner, building a real connection with your machine, understanding what it's telling you, and knowing in your gut that it's safe every time you swing your leg over it. So I'll leave you with this one question. Don't worry about next week or next month. Just think about your very next ride. What's the 1-2 minute check that you're going to do before you set off? So there's a book accompanying these videos, Learn to Ride a Motorbike, Real Answers for New Riders. It's on Amazon. There's a link in the description. Take a look at it. It costs a few quid, but it covers an awful lot of stuff for new riders, especially returning riders or people who've not been on a bike before. Really useful. Cheers and ride safe.